Hey, yo, what is good, boys? I am Nick here. It's been a while since I made a video, but that's just because I've been focusing on school and stuff like that. And honestly, since the storm agonies have been going down, as you can see, I don't have the storm agonies anymore. But I'll talk about that in a little bit. Anyways, yeah, it's been a while since I've made any sort of content on this channel, but I have been just focusing on school and just life rather than just dedicating my life to the YouTube grind, I guess. But that'll be back soon when we are like done with school and everything, because I know some of you guys are probably ending your school year soon. But anyways, in today's video, obviously, as you can see in the title, we are going to talk about how to make profit, whether you are a low tier trader, basically aka just a person who almost just started the game but also has access to like the trade plaza and stuff like that, a mid-tier trader, which is usually like your smaller huges, probably anywheres from like obviously the minimum like 30 billion to maybe like 300 400 billion. And then your high tier trades are obviously your Titanics, your rainbows, your like crowned pets, etc. Oh, also, I know it's been a while since the last video came out, but if you do want to have a chance at getting a free exclusive, I literally give away exclusives after every video I make. So if you guys are interested in joining and possibly having a chance at getting a free exclusive pet, literally all you need to do is subscribe to the channel, like the video, and then go to the comment section of this video, comment your Roblox username and what your favorite huge pet is in PetSimX. And yeah, that's really all you have to do. And GG's to Monkey Machine 2000, and enjoy your free exclusive pet. So yeah, really all you need to do is just subscribe, like the video, turn on notifications, obviously, so if you won, you'll know. And then just go to the comment section, type your Roblox username, not your display name, but your actual username, and just comment what your favorite huge pet is and why. Alright, let's get into explaining about the huge storm agonies. But anyways, let me talk about the huge storm agonies. So basically, what I did with the storm agonies is I held on to them. I let them rise a lot, which I personally believe I had a decent amount of an impact on why the storm agony rose so much, because it went all the way from like 250 billion I was buying them for, and I sold most of mine for like 330 billion. And I only sold them off because they are starting to drop. And I mean, when they were starting to drop, I started selling all mine at like 335, almost 340 billion. And then by the time I was done, I couldn't even sell a super teamwork one for like 320. That's how bad it was getting. Like, it was getting pretty bad because no one really wants to offer high on them anymore, because I don't even know why. Like, there aren't that many, and I don't know why they would like start to lose such like good demand. It's probably mainly just because of people wanting to like lowball other people, and then that gets lower and lower and lower. But anyways, I traded for a Titanic Hubert. Well, actually, I bought the Titanic Hubert. I don't know if I have the history for it, because I did get it like a while ago. Actually, yeah, I do have it. I bought it for 4.85 trillion, which isn't that bad. But it's also not that good. Like, it's not terrible. But yeah, here it is. I bought it for 4.85 trillion, Titanic Hubert. I'll take it. Because, I mean, I do believe as well that Titanics are going to raise. And I will most likely be keeping this, just because I do have a lot of spare gems in the background as well. And I obviously have like around like 100 billion, 110 billion in huges. Alright, but anyways, I just want to say, new video, because I haven't posted in a while. And yeah, let's get straight into explaining to you guys how to make some profit depending on where you are as a trader. Alright, so low tier traders. In my opinion, I feel like a low tier trader, basically aka like the lowest type of like value you can have in the game, is obviously 0. But I think you'd become a higher tier trader after you get like your, or a mid tier trader after you get like your third huge pet. I would say you're about like a mid tier trader. So basically, I'll round that to like 100 billion, and then your high tier trades are usually around like 500 billion to a trillion plus. But yeah, anyways, low tier traders. So let's talk about you guys. Basically, what you mainly want to focus on is your event pets and your exclusive pets. You don't really need to worry too much about enchantments, because I'll get into that later with like the mid and high tier traders. But I mean, enchantments can help like a little bit, but because like the pets are such low value, enchantments aren't going to help that much. So but you literally all you have to do, so the first thing you can actually do is just ask people for pets. This does not mean beg people. Please, for the love of God, do not beg people. I don't want to be influencing people to go start annoying other people, because obviously with someone who goes around in servers looking for profits with a Titanic on him, obviously I don't have to have it on me, but I just use it because it's a pet that I worked hard to get. So I'm using my Titanic, and then all of a sudden I see like 3 people swarming up to me who probably don't even know my channel at all, and they're like, oh my god, are you the real I Am Nick? I know your channel, can I please have a free huge pet? It's like, I'm not saying don't like annoy people, but if they have enough stuff and they look like they like want to help other people out, just like ask them. It doesn't have to be anything expensive. It could literally just be as low as an event pet. But you'll just be like, all right, I just want to say I don't have that much. Is there any way that you can like get me a pet, because I'm really having trouble making profits and stuff like that. But what I will tell you guys what to do in a second for pricing these pets, I will get into that in just a second. Alright, so I just got into a normal trading server, obviously, because if you're a low tier trader without any huge pets, you're not going to get into a pro server. You could get into a voice chat server, but I feel like most people who are newer to this game and like only play this game won't have voice chat. So I'm not going to explain it in a voice chat server. Also, not like I can, because I am currently voice chat banned for no reason. What's new? Common Roblox moderation W. But anyways, what you could do, there's like 1 of 2 things that you could do. You could do something actually kind of like this guy, and then just like get some like random pets and then put them up for like just a random amount of gems. Obviously nothing too expensive. Or let's just say I walk up to like this person right here. Let's just say he has a bunch of event pets. You're like, okay, dude, I was wondering if I can get a like free event pet because I'm struggling with making profit, stuff like that. Or actually another thing before I get into it, you can actually do what this guy did. I literally didn't even think about that, but as he placed his stand, this guy is literally just giving away pets for 1 gem, and if you really wanted to, you could really just resell these for like a couple million each, and then there you go. You have like maybe 50 million gems if you sell these at what, like 5 million gems each. People will just donate you like 5 million gems each for them. But I mean, yeah, that's always another option, because, you know, why not? Alright, and what you could do is, if you're not really looking to like ask people for stuff, I mean, you might as well. That's like probably one of the better ways you can do it. Like, see, this guy was just selling stuff for 1 gem, and now this guy's reselling them for 20 mil. Like, granted, not many people are probably gonna buy them, but like if they do, that's a free 20 million gems. But anyways, these aren't the best prices for them, but I'm just gonna use them as an example. But let's say like you're a new trader, you walk up to this guy's stand and you're like, oh cool, here, wait, let me actually take this off. But you're like, oh cool, this guy's selling event pets, and let's just say this was like the cheaper end, even though they're really not. Like, the cheap end for these would be like 80-90 mil, but let's say you buy these for like 150 million. You would then go over to your stand, and you don't want to oversell by too much. You only want to like oversell by like, you don't even want to oversell, you want to buy stuff that's like underpriced and then sell it for around like mid-price to maybe like a bit over the mid-price. So let's say I bought one of those for 150 mil. I come over here and then it's worth like 250 mil. I'd put it on the stand for like 225 mil, and then I know it might take a while, but that's like 75 million gems that you didn't have before. And then I know it's very, very time consuming, because that's just how it is when you're like a lower tier trader. But honestly, asking people for stuff is probably the best way to go once you're like a really low tier like trader, because people will see that you don't have that much like on the leaderboard and stuff, so they'll want to help you out sometimes. So but yeah, anyways, you can either just ask people for stuff, buy off of 1 gem booths, and then resell for like very, very cheap prices. Like this guy's selling them for literally 1 million, but he only bought them for 1. So, or you can trade event pets / exclusive pets, and it works like the same way with these. Let's just say like the middle price for these was like, or let's just say these are worth like 1.7 billion. I would buy these, and then I'd put them back on my stand for maybe like 1.5 billion. Free 200 million each, and if I bought all of them, that's like a free 600 million. But yeah, those are like the 2 ways, or 3 ways, whatever you want to say, to like make the most profit as a low tier trader. And let's get straight into the mid tier traders. Alright guys, so it's the next day, and now let's get into our mid tier traders. So, in my opinion, someone who is a mid tier trader, or like your average trader, has anywhere from like a minimum of like 3 huges to like a maximum of like 500 billion to 1 trillion wrap. And you may be saying that's a big like margin, because it is. It's like, because it's your average. It's not your high tier traders, it's not your like mid tier traders. Oh wow, that guy just got a rainbow. But anyways, but yeah, it has the biggest margin because it's the average. It's not the higher tier, it's not the lower tier, it's just the middle, and that's where most of the traders are. But anyways, it's pretty self-explanatory, and I'm mainly only going to talk about huge pet trades, but you can also get into like the higher tier exclusive trades like otters, glitch pets, stuff like that. Glitch pets are actually more like the higher tier trades, so I will talk about that like a little bit. But anyways, so obviously you want to look out for deals, and I do suggest, if you are a mid-tier trader, that you start using a value list as well as looking at wrap, because the faster that you find like your average selling price for a certain pet, the easier it is to get deals on it, because you know what that pet will normally sell for, and you want to usually sell a little bit under what other people will sell it for, because the cheaper, like the better price you have on your pets compared to other people, the more likely other people are going to buy your pets rather than other people's pets. So like, let's say I have a rainbow huge Hellrock. The cheapest one in the server, as I can see, is 76 billion. I would maybe put one up for 74. But it depends on the enchantment as well. So as you can see, enchantments will also play a pretty big part. Oh, this guy's trying to scam. Thinking that's a Titanic lucky. Well, rip. But anyways, the enchantments, they do matter once you're like getting into like better trades, like better huge pet trades. So as you can see, this isn't gonna be like exactly accurate. Like, I don't think this is what they would actually sell for, depending on the enchantments, but he's selling a rainbow huge Hellrock for 76 billion, but as you can see, the enchantment is only fantasy coins too, because that's like a useless enchantment that no one is going to like use. But then he's selling a rainbow huge Hellrock with diamonds 5 for 81 billion, and people use diamond 5 enchantments a lot, or they used to. I don't think they use them as much, but when the diamond mine was really OP because of the 2x diamonds event, people were trying to get diamonds 5 huges like badly. So that's why he actually makes the pets more expensive with better enchantments. Like, and the list of your better enchantments, I'm not gonna list all the bad enchantments because it's not really like, there are too many, but the list of your good enchantments, like the ones that can get like a decent overpay, are your strength 4, possibly your strength 4, your charm, your strength 5, and your chest breaker 3s. And the ones that'll get really big overpay are your teamwork and super teamwork. And royalty. Like any of the unique enchantments as well. Every huge pet has the best friend unique enchantment, but there's also a chance it can get magnet, glittering, or royalty as well. And those are the rarest ones, but you like rarely ever see huge pets with double unique enchants. And if you do, like, they're worth a lot. Like a lot more than what a normal one would be. And I actually got these two pets for like the normal price of a Hellrock, because people didn't realize that the enchantments got overpay. So like I got this one for only like 29 billion, I think, and I can easily resell this for like 34 billion, 35 billion if I'm lucky. And I got this one for like 30 billion when I can resell this for 33, 34 maybe, because of teamwork. But yeah, those are the two main things that you want to do. You want to start branching out with value lists, as well as just looking at normal sales prices. And you want to focus on enchantments. And also, when you start becoming like a mid-tier trader and you actually have access to the pro server, which is the server that I'm using because it's where most mid-tier traders will be in. But you want to start using this trading terminal. And if you, like, most of you guys know what it is, but for the people who don't understand what the trade terminal is, this is where all your huge pets and Titanics are going to be. There's also like mythic pets, and like eggs, but I'm not going to worry about those. And literally all you need to do is click on any huge pet that you want to look for. As long as you know like the average price of what it's selling for, I would suggest you try to look for them. Like in my like what I would personally look for is huge Hellrocks, just because the average price is like so consistent with them that I can usually sell gold ones for 30 billion to 30.5 billion, and normal ones for 29 to 29.5 billion. So what I would normally do is go to the trading terminal, go on the huge Hellrocks, and then if you click on the pet, it'll look for the pet, and then that means when I can teleport to it, that means it will teleport me to a server with that pet in it. Obviously, I'm not going to do it right now, but if you do click yes, it will bring you to that server. And then if it's not a price you'd be willing to pay, then you want to just go back and then repeat the process until you actually find a deal that you would be comfortable buying and that you know you would be able to flip for profit. But yeah, that's really the only things that I can think of as well for your mid-tier traders. And one other thing that I want to mention for your low-tier traders is make sure to claim your update hype gifts. It's every 2 weeks now that they're doing updates, but it used to be every week. But it's every 2 weeks now. You will get an update hype gift if you are in a Pets MX server within an hour of the update, or a minute within the update. I don't really know what it is. But then you can get that present and then instantly sell it for a couple billion gems, and then there you go. You have a bunch more profit. And also hatching eggs is kind of good, but it's literally just better if you were to like flip exclusive pets. Like these right here are really cheap. Like if I was like a lower tier trader, I would buy a bunch of these and then resell them for like 800 million ish. But anyways, let's get into our higher tier trades. Alright, so now we're going to talk about our high tier traders. This is going to consist of anything of like 1 trillion plus wrap / diamonds, gems, whatever you want to call them. I know people would consider like higher tier traders to have a bit more, but I wanted to like separate them like a bit more evenly, because there are a lot more things that you can do with 1 trillion diamonds than like 500 billion diamonds, I should say. But there are like a good couple of things that I can think of for high tier traders, and I haven't really even done that much high tier trading, but I can still give you guys like some tips on like how to maximize your profit when trading for high tier stuff, or when just trading for a lot of stuff. So the first thing that I'm going to talk about is if you look at the like Pets MX Discord servers and the trade plazas, stuff like that. If you go through the trade plazas and Discord servers, you can actually somewhat try to figure out if a pet is raising a lot, and if like YouTubers are making videos on pets saying that they are going to rise. Most likely they are. So I would say at least put in half, if not more, of your total value into those pets that you know 100%, not like 75%, not like 80%, 100% that you know are going to raise a lot because of the recognition and hype that they've been getting. You want to put 50% or more of your total value into those pets, because obviously you don't want to put everything in, like in the very small chance that it doesn't perform as well as you thought it would, because there may be other pets in the meantime that are going to raise even more than that pet that you just invested so much into. So let's say I put 5 billion gems, like let's say I have 10, no, not billion, trillion. Let's say I have 10 trillion gems, and I like know for a fact that huge hell rocks are going to raise a lot. I would put maybe 4 to 5 trillion gems into them. I know that would take a long time, but you don't really want to invest too much into smaller pets because they're not going to raise that much compared to like way more expensive pets. Like the huge storm agonies that I invested into, I didn't even know were going to raise, but I just had the feeling, because of the low copies and the low amount of circulation, that if I invested into a lot of them, which I invested everything into them except for like 300 billion gems because I literally couldn't get any more, they ended up raising like 75 to 80 billion more than I would buy them for, which is how I was able to get the Titanic and so much more gems. But anyways, you want to diversify your like spending as well. Like obviously you want to make sure you have a lot of something that you know is going to raise 100%, but you want to have some spare stuff as well for stuff that you think might go up too. So anywhere from like 50 to 75% of what you have is going to go into those pets that you know 100% are going to raise. And what you want to do with the rest of your stuff is keep the rest of your stuff for just really good deals that you can find, or bulk buying. Bulk buying is something that you want to do a lot when you're a high tier trader, because if you have enough gems to be able to start bulk buying stuff for good deals, you're just going to make a lot more profit than you would just buying a small quantity of them, which is what you actually could do when buying cheaper pets like huge hell rocks, marshmallow agonies, etc. And for the people who are watching this that aren't high tier traders but want to like kind of know what it's like to be a high tier trader, bulk buying is when you would buy a massive amount of one thing. Like if I wanted to start bulk buying huge hell rocks, I'm not gonna just buy like 1 to like 5 at a time. I'm gonna start buying them at like 25 at a time from one person, like 25, 50, maybe even like 100 at a time if I was rich enough. And that's really effective too, because once again, if you know something's going to go up, usually when you're bulk buying, you just like you tend to get stuff for a discount. Like 90% of the time when you're bulk buying, you get a discount, unless it's like really rising. Then you don't really need to start bargaining for discounts on bulk buys, but most of the time when you're buying things in bulk or in like a mass quantity, you're going to end up getting deals on them, which is going to benefit you, obviously. And maybe one other thing that I can think of is... yeah, the last thing that I can think of, it's not really that helpful, but because it's kind of self-explanatory, but the lower serial, the better. Like, obviously, this Titanic Hubert, it gets a lot more than your normal huge pet because it's a Titanic pet, but if you guys know what the Titanic Jolly Cat is, the Titanic Jolly Cat gets like almost 2 trillion more than what Hubert's getting right now, because it was the oldest one, and because the copies are so much lower. I'm pretty sure the Jolly Cat is like really low in the 500s, so that's why it tends to get so much more than Hubert, because of the like copies. The copies are so much lower, and it's a lot older. So because it's older, it's going to be more out of circulation, and because the copies are lower, it's going to be in higher demand. So that's also what you want to look out for. Older pets with lower circulation and lower copies will tend to do a lot better if you put a lot into it, and like obviously get them for deals. Don't just buy them for like a massive overpay. But if you tend to get a bunch of them, you could probably end up selling them for a good amount of profit, because you're gonna be like buying them and then like trying to make them have like a higher like price, because that it's in like such a high demand because you just bought so many, if that makes sense. But yeah, that's really it for the low tier trading. Just to summarize everything up, your low tier traders, just make sure that you are buying and selling events slash exclusive pets for good deals. And then maybe if you like don't really mind doing it, ask people for stuff. Do not beg. Once again, do not beg people for pets, but you can ask people for pets. Like if you're really struggling with profit, you can ask people, not beg people. So, and then also look for 1 diamond stands. I'm pretty sure in the other clip there was someone selling an event pet for like 1 diamond, so that's also really profitable. And then once you start getting your first clip of huge pets, you are considered a mid-tier trader, at least in my opinion. And once you do that, you want to start flipping huge pets for deals. Obviously, make sure to be using a value list other than the wrap at this point. And make sure to look out for enchantments, because certain enchantments can get better overpays. And for your higher tier traders, you want to start bulk buying stuff for good deals that you know are going to raise, and then make sure you dump a pretty good amount into pets that you know 100% are going to raise, like without a doubt, because that will end up making you the most profit in the end, because of the like return on investment, or ROI, will be a lot higher on pets that you know are going to raise, rather than bulk buying pets that are slowly going up. But anyways, that's going to be the end of the video. I really hope you guys enjoy. It's been a while since I posted a video, so hopefully it does well. And I hope you guys at least learned a little bit on how to make a bit of profit depending on what type of trader you are, like what type of level of a trader you are. And yeah, just make sure to like the video, subscribe, and if you guys once again do want to have a chance at winning a free exclusive pet, make sure to go into the comments of this video, comment your username, not your display name, and what your favorite huge pet in Pets MX is and why. And I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.